3.5 hours of talks yesterday, late in the afternoon and stretching into the evening. And I guess they appeared open, candid, at times blunt. And significant because this is the first face-to-face meeting the leaders have had since U.S. President Joe Biden assumed office back in January of 2021. The key takeaways, the U.S. President saying that he is open to competition with China. That's fine, but he does not want conflict. Take a listen to what he had to say.
We had, we had an open and candid conversation about our intentions and our priorities. Do I think he's willing to compromise on various issues? Yes.
So part of President Biden's comments included his personal assessment of the Chinese leader, Xi Jinping. And this was reassuring because he described him as a leader, Chinese leader, who he thought came across as willing to compromise. Now, on Chinese President Xi Jinping's part, initially it was all about pretty much boilerplate rhetoric, saying that, yes, he looked forward to working closely with the U.S. to try to improve the relationship for the betterment of the world. But in terms of compromise, he drew his own red line, saying that Taiwan is probably China's single biggest red line. And this is despite U.S. President Biden reiterating that, hey, the U.S. policy on Taiwan has not changed. So Taiwan came up still as a hot button issue. I think what's important here, and we've been talking about it as well earlier this morning, is that both sides appear to have agreed to set up, whether you call them teams or committees or groups of people at a working level. They push the work down, the granular work, to the working level. They're, I guess, underlings, as it were, to manage the relationship across all the different aspects of conflict, whether it's trade or technology or Taiwan or North Korea. That's what they plan to do going forward. So at least there will be communication and also exchanges at that working level. What remains to be seen is who actually staffs these committees or teams, especially on the U.S. side. And Sri and I were talking about this earlier on Squawk Box, because the U.S. State Department has been hollowed out. A lot of people left. It began, of course, under former President Donald Trump and under former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. And, of course, don't forget who is left at the very top. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and also National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, who have the closest, who have the ear of President Biden. Both of them are European or Soviet specialists. They're Atlanticists, as they're called. They're not China experts. They're the only real Asia hand in the Biden administration. Kirk Campbell, as an earlier guest, Mike Vatikotis was telling us, they've been sort of hived off into their own little area, almost in their own little bubble. So how much influence they have on the president and his approach to China, we simply don't know.